Welcome to The Pulse. As you know, every week we're talking to interesting people, hearing their stories. I'm excited to keep doing this. My background in radio means I get to keep interacting with people. And today, he's a Philly guy. We know you've heard his music. He's a rapper, but I feel like that limits you, when I define Freeway just that way. He is here with us. Thank you for coming in, man.
Anytime, bro, man. You know, every time interacting on Instagram with you, and when I see you in person, you always show me love. So when you reached out, definitely had to come through.
You know, we got a lot of things to talk about.
Yes, sir.
That's a watch.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
I mean, I know we're supposed to get into serious discussions and hear about your background.
I probably had this for like 6 or 7 years.
Yeah?
One of my old pieces.
Okay. I'm going to get me one of those when I grow up. Let's start moving backwards. Mm-hmm. Why Freeway?
I came across the story from Freeway Ricky Ross, you know, the ex-drug dealer, you know, that did a lot for his community and was real active in the streets. And at the time, I was active in the streets, you know, so I felt like it'd be a perfect name for me, perfect rap name, and I chose it. And we rocking with it to this day.
It's interesting just kind of starting there, because you talked about his background in the community, of the community. Mm-hmm. And in a lot of ways, that has kind of been you. Like, you have your hip-hop career and your success. Were you always a community guy, or is that later in life?
Yeah, I come from the community. My music is driven from everything that I've been through, things that I've seen, things that I've been around, and that's my community and that's my hood. And like in my early part of my life, I was in the streets heavy. You know, I was, doing the things that everybody from my neighborhood that was around my age was doing at the time, and that's, being in the streets heavy. And being as though I was able to gain success and do some positive things, I felt as though it was important to get back to the community as much as I can, because at one point I was taken from the community, so.
I think all of us at some point as we grow transition into different periods. When was it for you?
I've been Muslim. I probably took my Shahada when I was like 12 or 13, when it's a huge part of my life, so I always try to do more good than bad, so soon as I was like able to think about it and focus on it, it was a priority to me, Okay. And we've been carrying it like that ever since, whenever I could give back, I try my best to do it.
Your career, I was reading up, and I told you, now songs are stuck in my head. We gotta raise our kids while we live and make $1 million off a record belt, my out of prison. You became the rapper, or people started discovering the rapper in high school battles.
When they asked you what you want to be in school, it was two things that I wanted to be. I wanted to be a rapper, and I wanted to be an airline pilot. And now that I'm a rapper, I fly as much as an airline pilot. So I feel like I killed two birds with one stone, and I want to take some lessons eventually before it's all over with. But, it was something that I wanted to do all my life. And once I started seeing people be successful at it, that I can actually touch and actually see, like the Roots, like Eve, like my brother Beanie Siegel. I seen people around me have success with it. It just motivated me more. I'm like, oh, if they can do it, I know I can do it.
So even seeing them at a young age, you knew.
Yeah, that was probably like 18, 19, like around those years. I've been rapping since I was like 9 or 10. Like, I remember I went to Sarah Middle School, and they had a pregnancy is not for me rap contest. And I won it. I still remember my rap. I was like, pregnancy is not for me. And for y'all that don't know, my name is Lessa Lee. I like to kick a little rap for the he and the she. And before you had sex, use your mind as a key. Like, I killed that joint. And shout out to Stanley T. He was like the main radio disc jockey at Power 99 at the time. And he took a liking to me. He had me in the studio, was taking me back and forth to New York. And, that was early. That was like 12, 13.
People helped you.
Yeah, definitely.
They reached out and grabbed you. Is that part of what has inspired you to continue doing it as your career continues on?
Yeah, most definitely, man. People show me a lot of love, like Task Force, Non-Brigade right now. I was a young artist, and we used to work with the same producer. His name was Destro, so I used to be around them, and they was doing like a lot of shows, and, they really embraced me. And being from Philly, not even just the people I named, but it was just like a bunch of rappers just from my hood, from different hoods. We was just all coming together, battle rap, and, do different things. And I feel like each individual is a different part of what made me so dope. I feel like everybody that was around me played a part in me reaching that success.
Do you still love it?
I'm working on a new project right now. I'm working on a few projects. The project that we're going to release is Stimulus Package 2. It's me and Jake One. We dropped Stimulus Package 1 actually yesterday, 12 years ago. Oh, you know, man. So the music is incredible. If I played you one song, you would have the answer. Like, as soon as you hear the music, you could be able to tell that I still love it because of the passion that you hear in the music.
So it hadn't changed at all from the high school guy or even before high school, mm-hmm. who loved doing it, to the success. The success didn't make you feel like I'm done or I've reached that plateau.
Like, I'm successful, you know, but I'm still not where I want to be. You know, it's still a lot of things that I want to accomplish, and it's still a lot of mountains for me to climb. So, you know, I feel like I'm blessed and I'm successful, but I still got a lot of work to do.
Going back, you did a month of madness.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah.
All right, so you were what, releasing something new every day?
I'm going to paint the whole picture for you. So Rockefeller broke up. I just was on top of the world. You know, I just was running with, you know, the best label ever. You know, I never thought it would end. Like, being in the midst of it, you never think it's going to end. We got a call one day, it was over. So it took me a little minute to get myself together, but once I got focused, I said, okay, I'm already famous. They already did the hard work for me. I'm already a household name. So what I did was go back to what got me there in the first place, and that's hard work. I was dropping mixtapes. I was doing independent projects. I did the month of madness where every day I dropped a record for 31 days, and on the 31st day I dropped 2 records, you know, just to show them that I'm not playing. It's not a game, you know. And those are some of the things that got me here today. It's just hard work and you know, being consistent.